Welcome to National Fisherman Live. I'm Leslie Taylor. Here's some recent fishing news from around the coasts. What if you could know with certainty exactly where each fish you purchase was caught? Earlier this month, the Obama administration announced an initiative to track every fish sold in the United States so that consumers can know exactly who caught it, where, and when. NOAA estimates that the United States imports more than 90% of its seafood, but most consumers have no idea whether the seafood they purchase comes from the U.S., where fisheries are managed for sustainability, or whether it is imported from a country that engages in overfishing and seafood fraud. Although the administration did not present a concrete plan for how to implement traceability measures, the president established a task force of at least a dozen federal agencies to develop recommendations, according to the Baltimore Sun. While congressional Republicans accuse the president of overreaching, many marine biologists and people from the fishing industry are looking forward to learning more about the plan, the Sun reports. Maryland Watermen's Association President Robert T. Brown told the paper that there is definitely a need to have safeguards that prevent illegal fish or mislabeled fish from coming into the country. At last week's New England Fishery Management Council meeting in Portland, Maine, the council voted to deny an emergency request to increase the amount of haddock bycatch for the herring fishery on Georges Bank. Herring fishermen have already caught 5% of the cap they will be allowed during the season, which runs from May 1st to April 30th of 2015. So at the current pace, much of the fleet could be sidelined by September, according to the Portland Press-Herald. The regulators said that haddock is too important to the struggling New England ground fishery to increase the quantity lost as bycatch for the herring trawlers. Critics of the decision say that it could lead to a shortage of lobster bait this fall, the Portland Press-Herald reports. At a U.S. District Court in Portland, Oregon, conservation groups and fishery interests filed a complaint against NOAA and other federal agencies, hoping to overturn the latest plan for making the Columbia River safe for salmon runs, the Spokesman Review reports. According to the Spokesman Review, the latest plan to mitigate the impact of dams on salmon migration relies on improvements to federal dams on the Columbia and Snake Rivers, along with habitat restoration. But the plan also allows hydroelectric dam operators to cut back on how much water they spill over the dams to aid fish migration. Joseph Bogert of Save Our Wild Salmon tells the paper the plan is virtually indistinguishable from the one overturned by a federal court 3 years ago. The Virginia Marine Resources Commission has approved a 10% reduction in blue crab harvest in Chesapeake Bay, according to the Daily Press. The move was requested by researchers after April's blue crab winter dredge survey found that the number of female blue crabs had reached a 12-year low. From July 5th this year to July 4th, 2015, blue crab harvesters with up to 425 crab pots in the bay can now only collect up to 47 bushels of crab, down from the 55 bushels currently, the Daily Press reports. And under new regulations, crabbers with up to 425 pots would only be allowed to harvest up to 27 bushels during the female blue crab spawning periods, set for November 16th through 30th and March 17th through 31st. And some good news for shrimpers in Alabama. Shrimp prices are high as the season opens because bacteria has been killing shrimp raised in ponds overseas, according to the Montgomery Advertiser. The Alabama shrimp season opened in June, a few weeks later than usual due to cold winter and spring rains. If there is a change in the average size of the 68 head-on shrimp per pound, based on samplings by biologists, the state will make additional announcements about the season. More than 25 million pounds of shrimp are caught in Alabama each year. For more commercial fishing news and analysis, subscribe to National Fisherman magazine, visit our website at www.nationalfisherman.com, or subscribe to our twice-weekly e-newsletter. For National Fisherman Live, I'm Leslie Taylor.